Who in this room would consider themselves to be a feminist? Can anyone define what feminism is?
It's equality among both sexes and interesting.
Yes, exactly. It's the advocacy for women's rights as a basis of equality between both genders. In our society, many are quick to turn a blind eye at the issue of sexual assault, which makes it a much larger problem. 1 out of 5 women are raped in their lifetime. Sexual assault is a serious issue that needs to be more widely recognized as an issue of sexism. For this reason, I want to read the classic poem by a 14-year-old student named Kaylee Dixon. From the age of 12, we were told that if boys pulled our hair or poked us with pencils, it meant that they liked us, but we didn't like it that much. We were 13 years old when we would walk down the street and watch as men would look from our feet to our face and completely replace our identity from human to object. We wanted to run. We were frozen in place but continued walking fast-paced, turning on whatever sidewalk which was closest just to get away. Even if it didn't lead us in the direction we were originally going, because Mama always said, if you ever see a strange man following you, walk to the other side of the street, and if he ever grabs you, scream. And this is what we had to learn at the age of 13, because we are just young fiends. We were spanked by the boys at our school, but it was cool because it just meant we had nice bodies. We were rated on a scale from 1 to 10, and if you were a 10, you had to learn to hear whistling, purring, and damn girl, because if you were a damn girl, it meant you weren't a damn girl at all, but rather a toy, labeled, do whatever you want to me, even though I don't agree. And we had to watch what we wore, because if we had too much shoulder showing, it distracted the boys from learning. So the only thing we were learning were tips and tricks on how to keep our shirt from hanging too low, because that would show the guys that we wanted. Because wearing shorts and tank tops meant that we were flaunting it. So when we were 16, we screamed, because the men that followed us on the sidewalks finally caught up to us. We quietly said, please don't touch us there. We know we're wearing heels and because we're wearing heels, we're asking for it, but please, we're just so uncomfortable, so stop. But that meant go. We said no, but that meant yes, so they grabbed us and unzipped our dress. They threw us down where our dignity sank lower than the ground. They hovered over us, and we pleaded for them to stop. They get on top, and you don't need to know the rest because we are part of the 68% of victims that will never tell a soul. So we'll just grab our dresses and go home. Take a few showers and try and get some sleep. In the morning, we'll try and pick the outfit that's most discreet so no other man on the street thinks that we look sweet enough to want to get a taste. And we will sit in the back of class where no one will ask how our weekend was, because if they did, we might just burst into tears. And we will live in fear. We went from pencils poking us to men provoking us. We went from playing with our toys to becoming toys ourselves. So boys will be boys, and us women will never tell. To wrap this up, I'd like to ask you guys to speak up and reach out about sexual assault, especially here on campus, because we all know it's a really prevalent issue. Thank you.